You're experiencing your body anew. So first off, because we know, you talked to Veronica, so we know a lot of the story about how you're experiencing your body. What we think would be very fascinating for you guys is when you find yourself in these kind of unclear spaces, short factual statements. Don't forget how powerful short factual statements can be. I'm experiencing my body anew, period. Because there's a temptation to go, this thing I'm feeling, and it's this, and and I don't, and all those sort of words that have no syllables.
It's very unfamiliar, and it's kind of weird, and sometimes it's uncomfortable, and a lot of times it's not necessarily uncomfortable. It's just weird, period.
Right. So, but no, those were lots of little short factual statements tied together. But do you see how none of those went off into, and this might be bad or wrong, or I don't understand it, or I'm confused by it? They were all reflective of the moment, reflective of the moment, reflective of the moment. Just as like a teaching moment, grab your short factual statements, right? Grab your short factual statements. You with your sister, you with the people who want to say what they want to say to you, all of y'all. Come back to short factual statements. It's a what is true now thing, right? We've told you what is true now is the foundation of this stuff. So come back to short factual statements. So we've had a whole bunch of short factual statements. Go on.
Well, then I went and saw this Ayurvedic doctor, and she made me all worried about my body being unhealthy, and I chose to let her.
Good. We're glad you threw in I chose to let her. We were wondering if we were going to have to point that out to you or not, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
I chose to let her words react in me as worry.
As something is wrong.
Yeah.
So, I still sometimes experience energy through my body getting big, getting what I would consider out of my control.
Now we're getting close. Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah. Well, you got there almost. You almost made it. You started to talk about it being out of your control. And that's what we were talking about earlier, or whoever was talking about it earlier, that idea that you've got to be rattled to have change. Is rattled too triggering of a word? Or is that one okay? Is that good? Okay. Because when the Doors did that, the Guardians went, oh, we can use that energy. See how they are? They're so energetic. They're like, we'll use that energy. Because when the Doors rattle, you know, sometimes it catches you by surprise, but it's not like you go, oh God, I'm in danger, because you guys all know that sound. So they were just like rattled, and the way it shifted the energy in the room made them go, aha, that's what we want you to see. That when you feel a little rattled, which you feel rattled
at times.
I feel rattled is Gwen's sort of war cry right now. I feel rattled. That is not an inherently dangerous state. Just like when these doors rattle, it's not an inherently dangerous state.
So then, if a certain level of rattling happens, my heart will start beating. It feels like a fear response.
Yes. You are so in tune with your body. We had this with you in Sebastopol too. You're so in tune with your body that your body messages mean things very clearly to you.
Yes, it is a tracking mechanism. And
the trouble is, the body only has so many ways to react to things. It's kind of like us. You know how we say we cuss and yell? Because if quiet and laughter doesn't get it, cuss and yell is all we have left. Right? Cuss, yell, quiet, laughter. Yeah. Right? So that's all we've got. And your body, if you imagine it, has like 4 things too. So something new comes in, it's like, well, which one should we pick? And it picks something and you go, oh, that means fear because it's always meant fear. Or that means something I should worry about because I've always worried about it. Veronica tried to explain this to you when she said, you know, if I hit your leg with the little hammer, hit your knee with the little hammer, it would go out. That doesn't mean you should be afraid of the little hammer. Right? She was trying really hard to find a way of saying what we're saying to you now, which is, you know your body's responses very clearly, and always it's meant blue is blue or yes is yes. But because you're asking yourself to experience a lot of new experiences, there's not enough ways for your body to interpret those experiences, and so some of them get doubled up. Just like when we say to you that your brain processes both thinking and insight, and they can feel the same, but they come from a different place, and you can know they come from a different place because insight is new and thinking is repetitive. And you guys have had to discern those things, like, wait a minute, this is an aha, or, oh God, this is hamster wheel. It's using the exact same thing that lives between your ears. You have the exact same situation. Your heart rate increases. That's been fear in the past, but maybe now it's just a surge of adrenaline because your body is experiencing a different vibratory rate. So you have to ask for a more nuanced library of body message interaction with new life rattling.
Okay.
And because you already have such a good language, you can do this if you don't go, oh, heartbeat, fear. It's heartbeat. What's the stimulus? Remember, is it the little hammer that the doctor checks your reflexes, or is it somebody coming at you with a sword?
Right.
Right? Your knee's gonna fly neither way. Got it? So you have to take this time when you are rattled and you are shook up and you are experiencing change and you are changing your vibration and you are doing all these things to let your body have a more nuanced language with you about it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I can work that one.
Yeah, we think you will get this.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, increased heart rate. If I don't assume it means fear, what else does it have to tell me?
All right.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. She's like,
We'll work that.
Yeah. Like, I think I know what you mean. That's the look you have on your face. It's like, I think I know what you mean. Your body knows what we mean, right? Because it's been trying. This is like when your soul finally gets a hold of you and gets some way of communicating with you. And you go, oh, that's what you've meant all this time? And then you can build on that. What do they call it? The Rosetta Stone? When they find the bit of stone that helps them translate the other hieroglyphs or whatever, right? You've got this whole message, and the message is always there. And it's been on the side of the pyramid for the last bazillion years, or wherever you're looking at it, the cave drawings. And you just go, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. And then all of a sudden a little bit of information comes, and you're like, oh, if that's an A, then that has to be an E. And if that's an E, then that's got to be an O. And if that's an O, I can get the rest of it. You're just looking for that little you get it? Now you got it. Yeah. Woo, chills. We felt it. Yeah. Finally. Well, we just keep trying until we get there. Okay, who else?